Hello friends, this is Dr. Sudhansh Sharma from School of Computers and Information Sciences, Indira Gandhi National Open University. I am the coordinator for the course Basic Mathematics with course code BCS 12. This is an introductory session, and in this session we will let you understand about the relevance of the course, why the course is required to be studied, and how it is related to computer science. Apart from this, in this course you will be understanding the real life applications of the topics which are delivered in this course. Further, in this course you will be understanding about the technical aspects, that is the administrative aspects, say the evaluation methodology, or say about the who is able to attend the course, what is the duration of the course, what is the course credits, and so on. Apart from this, we will be also discussing about the academic aspects, that is the content coverage, that is what is the structure of the course, say how many units are there, and how units are interrelated, and in which block we are discussing about which unit. Now, so far as this course is concerned, this is an online course and its title is Basic Mathematics and course code is BCS 012, and this course is offered at the UG level. Now, this is one of the theory course offered by SOCIS, that is School of Computers and Information Sciences, under the program BCA New and BCA New OL, which are offered since July 2024. And the eligibility of the course is that is who can attend this course is any student who had not studied mathematics at 10+2 level. Now, it is a 4-credit course and its duration is 12 weeks and offered by School of Computers and Information Sciences. I am the course coordinator, Dr. Sudhansh Sharma. I welcome you all. Now, mathematics, why we need to understand mathematics? Firstly, because you should be very inquisitive. Why we need to understand? What is the relevance? What is the importance? So, first question you might be having in your mind, that what is the relevance of mathematics in computer science? Actually, there are 3 words. There is a real word, there is a computer word, and in between the 2 words there is one more word, that is mathematical word. So, as to map any application of real word into computer science word, you need to have direct one-to-one mapping with the mathematical concepts. There are different type of mathematics. Discrete mathematics is one of the most important mathematics which is delivered in the field of computer science. Not to discuss with discrete mathematics, firstly we are supposed to understand the concepts of basic mathematics. Now, what is basic mathematics? In the basic mathematics, the first and the foremost constituent element is algebra. Now, algebra is actually contributing to each and every field of mathematics and nonetheless to every domain of sciences or even arts or commerce or whatever you feel like, because it deals directly with the determinants, matrices, equations, series, and inequalities and many more things. So, mathematics is actually an integral to almost every area of computer science, and by mastering the mathematical concepts delivered in this course, you will be able to design better algorithms and you will be able to design and analyze the data effectively. Apart from this, you can optimize the systems and produce scalable applications. So far as the objectives of the course are concerned, there are primary objectives of the course which will help you to understand and develop the mathematical maturity, and apart from this you should be able to enhance your ability to create mathematical arguments about the situations. Now, the secondary objective of the course is actually to build or to orient you people for the advanced courses from the diverse fields, be it data science, machine learning, or design analysis of algorithms, discrete mathematics, database theory, and many more. The evaluation methodology of the course is contributed by continuous assessment and the term end examination. The continuous assessment carries a weightage of 30% and it is comprised of multiple choice questions. And so far as the term end examination is concerned, the weightage given to the term end examination is 70%, and it will be conducted in pen and paper mode either by IGNOU or NTA. The course is also available in the hardbound copies, and this is the cover page picture of the 4 blocks which are constituting the entire course BCS 012. Block 1 and block 2 are related to algebra, block 3 is related to calculus, and block 4 is about vectors and 3-dimensional geometry. And you can download the entire content from the eGyan Kosh. This is the handle from where you can download all the blocks from the course from the website of egyankosh.ac.in. Now, block 1, as I already said, because algebra is very important, so as to give it a wider coverage, it is spread into 2 blocks. Block 1 is algebra 1, and in block 2 we are discussing about further advanced concepts of algebra, that is under algebra 2. So, block 1 is titled algebra 1 and block 2 is titled algebra 2. In block 1 we are having 4 units. Unit 1 is determinants. Again, matrices is a very important part. So, that is why to give it wider coverage, unit 2 and unit 3 are covering matrices, and unit 4 relates to mathematical induction, which is an distinguished part to prepare proofs. Many say domino effects are introduced in mathematical induction. Now, so far as determinants and matrices are concerned, they are heavily related to the concepts of the vectors, and which is delivered in block number 4. So, determinants takes care of the scalar components and the matrices takes care generally of the vector components. So, far as though I mean to say that you need to be very much vigilant, you need to understand each and every concept, because the units are interrelated. Whatever content is delivered in one unit, you might be requiring that content when you are understanding the concept delivered in other block and in some other unit. So, determinants and matrices are very much relevant from the field of the scalars and the vectors concepts. So, in determinants we will be discussing about the determinants of order 2 and order 3. Apart from this, we will be also discussing about the properties of determinants, how to evaluate the determinants, and applying the determinants to find the area of the triangles and apply it using Cramer's rule. Further, in matrices we will be discussing about what matrices are, how the different operations, be it addition, multiplication, or to find the adjoint or inverse of a matrix, how to solve the system of linear equations, be it homogeneous or non-homogeneous, all this will be discussed under unit 2. Apart from this, unit number 3, which is again matrices 2, we will be discussing about the element row operations, rank of the matrix and normal form of the matrix, how to find the inverse of a matrix using elementary row operations. Nonetheless, the unit number 4, that is your mathematical induction, we will be discussing principle of mathematical induction, which is a very good technique to establish some proofs. Say something is very provable for say one instance, and it is also provable for n instances, then to check that whether it is provable for n plus 1 instances or for any instance from 1 to any number. So, the domino effects are exercised over here in the principle of mathematical induction. And I already said that block 2 also covers about algebra 2, and algebra 2 we will be discussing sequences and series, we will be discussing complex number, equations and inequalities. The inequalities are again directly related to the concepts of the linear programming, which we will be discussing in block number 4. Wherein we are going to discuss about vectors and 3-dimensional geometry. Apart from this, in sequences and series, which is unit number 1 of block 2, we will be understanding about what is sequence and what is a series, how sequence and series are different. We will be understanding about the concepts of arithmetic progression, geometric progression, harmonic progression, arithmetic and geometric progressions, and many more things we are to be delivered in this unit. Nonetheless, unit number 2 is related to the complex number, and we will be understanding about the algebra of the complex number, that is addition, multiplication, division of the complex numbers, how to find the conjugate, what is De Moivre's theorem, all this will be delivered in the complex number. And so far as the equations is concerned, we will be understanding about the quadratic equation, cubic equation, biquadratic equation, and how to find the roots, and these things are to be delivered in this unit. You need to understand that the unit number 4 is inequalities, and as I already said that inequalities are again related to the content of block number 4, linear programming. So, you need to be understand each and every topic in a very clear manner, and the content will be delivered in the sessions. You will understand all the topics very easily. It is not a difficult course, and be confident. Now, what is algebra? Because before starting the thing, we should understand what is algebra. Actually, algebra is a branch of mathematics which deals with the variables, which deals with symbols, constants, and we prepare the equations. What are equations, or what equations are in fact the sentences. In general languages, we form the sentences, and those sentences are reflected in the mathematical world in the form of the equations. So, wherein we are having the different components, likewise we are having the constants, we are having the variables, we are having the equality and inequality signs, we are having many more things. So, amalgamation, when we are combining all these things all together, we are generating an expression, and that expression is an equation. So, and these equations are solved by the concepts of the algebra. So, directly we are dealing with the specific numbers, and algebra actually allows us to work with the variables, and we can represent the unknown values and formulate the general rules, that is the equation, and by solving the equation we can find the solution for those variables which are being addressed in the equation. Now, why we need to understand algebra? Actually, algebra forms a mathematical foundation, and I already said that there are 3 words: there is a real world, there is a mathematical world, there is a computer world. So, algebra forms the mathematical mapping of very many real world situation, wherein we need to analyze the patterns and solve the problems, be it from any field, be it from physics or engineering or economics or computer science or biology or environment or any. So, there are various applications so far as computer science is concerned. Algorithm design and encryption, apart from this data security, heavily requires the fundamentals of the algebra, because algebra helps in creating the algorithm to perform the specific task, and what is the complexity of the algorithm, what is the worst case analysis, what is the best case or the average case analysis, all this is being done with the help of the algebra. Apart from this, so far as finance and economics, why we are discussing these things? So as to let you understand that how algebra is important from each and every domain. After going through this course, you can apply the understanding of this course into any field, be it in the computer science, be it in finance or economics, wherein budgeting and financial planning heavily requires the concepts of the algebra, because you need to calculate the interest, EMI, loan payment durations, and growth patterns, compound interest formulations, and all many more things. Likewise, your profit analysis also requires algebra, wherein profit and loss statements are to be generated. So, you need to have the understanding, you need to have the understanding of algebra to analyze the cost and benefit analysis, to perform break even analysis in finance and economics, and many more areas you require algebra. Engineering and construction, the structural design patterns are to be analyzed. So far as the blueprint and the measurements are to be done, again algebra plays the vital role. When dimensions and areas and critical points in the constructions are to be analyzed. Now, nonetheless in medicines and healthcare also, how to calculate the dosage for a patient, the pharmacist and the healthcare professionals actually uses the algebra to calculate the correct medication, wherein you need to understand that how the dosage is to be calculated. And apart from this, medical imaging, wherein you need to analyze the images like MRI or CT scan of a body, then you need to interpret the data, and to interpret the data again algebra plays the vital role. The science and physics, all of us who had studied physics, even at the 10th level or 9th, 10th level, we had gone through the equation of motion, we had gone through the calculation of force, we had balanced the chemistry equations wherein the algebra came into the picture. Apart from this, environmental scientists also require algebra when they are working with the population models, when they are supposed to understand the variation in the environmental, be it at the level of the pollutions or the level of the carbon dioxide or carbon emissions. Apart from this, resource managements are also done with the help of algebra and environmental sciences. Transportation and logistics, the route optimization and fuel efficiency calculations heavily requires the applications of algebra. And nonetheless, education and teaching, wherein we are working with a grading system, we are working on the understanding of the learning patterns and the relationships among the learning patterns and the content which is delivered. So, all these things require the algebra. Further, sports and exercise sciences, wherein the performance of the sports person is required, how to plan the diet of any sports person or a patient, how to what should be the nutrition plan, how much workout should be, and what type of workout should be done so as to gain or lose the weight or to maintain the body mass index. All these things require algebra applications. Apart from this, as I already said, that we will be studying about sequence and series, wherein we will be studying about arithmetic mean, geometric mean, harmonic mean, arithmetic and geometric mean, and many things. The harmonics are directly related to sounds and waves, and sounds and waves are indistinguished component of music and art. So, you can say that algebra also touches the field of music and art. We are having a harmonium as an instrument, which and the execution, the working of the harmonium heavily relies on the harmonic means. We will be understanding all those things. Now, block 3 is actually calculus, wherein we will be discussing about the differential calculus and integral calculus. Apart from integral calculus and differential calculus, we will be also discussing about the applications of the differential calculus and the application of integral calculus. Calculation of minima and maxima are the rate of change and the monotonicity in the increasing and decreasing functions is very much required when we are dealing with the real life problems, so as to optimize the situations. So, this is the very important application of differential calculus. Apart from this, many times we need to understand what is the coverage of the area under the curve. So, the area of under the curve is a very important application of integral calculus. We will be discussing about various techniques of differential calculus, wherein we will be understanding about the chain rule, or we will be finding the derivatives of second order in differential calculus. And in integral calculus, we will be understanding how to perform integration by substitution, integration by parts. We will be doing the numericals, you need not to worry, but this session is actually to motivate you, to let you understand why to study calculus, why to study mathematics, why to study algebra, what is the practical application, what is the relevance of these concepts in real life. So, again, to understand what is calculus, again calculus is a branch of mathematics which focuses on the change and focuses on the study of the change. So, everything is as I already said, algebra relates to variables and constants. Calculus actually provides the tools in understanding how the quantities vary and how to analyze the rate of change. We will be understanding about there are two terms, rates of change and gradient. Gradient is variation with respect to space and rate is variation with respect to time. So, how the two things are working all together when we will be drafting the equation, we will be studying all this thing in the content for calculus. So, again, why calculus? Because you should be inquisitive enough why to study this thing. As I already said, calculus relates to the variations, be it in the space or be it in the time. So, in order to study the variation, be it related to say in economics or in finance, may it be profits or loss or cost or analysis, break-even analysis, you need to study the variations. Apart from this, so far as physics is concerned, how the motion of the object is varying, how the forces are varying, how energy is varying, you need to study the variation. So, wherever you need to study the variation, be it physics, engineering or economics or biology or medicine or any section, may it be healthcare or any field, including computer science, you need to study the variation, because in computer science neural networks are there, wherein you need to balance the weights of the learning functions, so you need to understand the calculus. So, calculus has got wide number of applications, be it in the field of machine learning, wherein the optimization of the loss functions and neural networks are heavily relying on calculus. In computer graphics, we are working with Bezier curves and animation. Animation, when we are simulating the motion. So, likewise, say in when we are working with the flip book, if in a flip book we flip the pages, we find that the picture is moving from one place to another place, but if we change the rate of change of pages, say we swap the pages one by one in a very slow manner, will you be able to recognize the change? No, because the rate of change, when you are flipping the pages at the faster rate, the sense of continuity is there. Why there is a sense of continuity there? Because we are following the concept of persistence of vision. That is, if anything changes with the rate faster than 1/16th of a second, then it appears that there is a continuity in the motion. So, in order to simulate the motion in animation, you need to regulate the rate of change of frames. So, that means calculus plays important role when we are working with animation. So far as in robotics and control systems concerned, the motion planning, feedback control systems are actually relying on computer calculus. Nonetheless, in computer vision, we are working with the concepts of image processing or feature extraction. Again, calculus plays very important role, and in the data science and statistics, regression analysis, probability distribution, classification, clustering, and many more things, and there are different algorithms wherein we are actually working with the concepts of the calculus. In the game development, in simulation and modeling, in the game development, we are supposed to work, say we are developing a game for billiards, then how the motion of one ball is when one ball is colliding with other ball, how the motion is affected, how the energies are transferred. All these things require the understanding of the variation, and wherein the calculus comes into the picture. Now, block number 4 relates to vectors and 3-dimensional geometry. As I already said that vectors are directly related to the concepts of the matrices and determinants which are delivered in block number 1. So, the content is interrelated, and that is why you need to be very sincere about each and every unit. The contents are, that is why it is a self-learning material. You will understand the concepts, you will carry forward the concepts to the other units, and you will find that the units are interrelated. So far the scalar concepts are concerned, you will be requiring the understanding of the determinants. So far as the vector concepts are concerned, you will be requiring the understanding of the matrices. So in vectors 1 and vectors 2, we will be studying about the scalars and vectors, scalar products and vector products, and triple products, and many more things. Unit 3 of this block 4 relates to 3-dimensional geometry, wherein we will be working about the distance formula, direction ratios and direction cosines, and equations of lines. And these are very much required when we are working with computer graphics, when we are analyzing the trajectory. Say in the robotics, we are suppose we want to define the line of path and all those things. The understanding of 3-dimensional geometry is very much required. Nonetheless, the fourth unit of this fourth block, that is the final unit of this course, is linear programming, and it is very important unit because it directly relates to the real world problem. We will be understanding about the concept of constraints, objective functions, and how the optimization is performed. It is actually a technique to perform optimization, wherein the role of the concepts of inequalities, which is discussed in block number 2, that is algebra 2 unit number 4, is directly applying to this unit, that is unit 4 of block 4. So, your understanding of inequalities is related to linear programming. So, again vectors and 3D geometry are very much relevant from the point of view of modeling and simulation, wherein we are going to work with the interaction of the objects in the virtual environments, and it forms actually the core foundation of many modern technologies, say might be computer graphics or animation or simulation or game development and machine learning. So, you should be well conversant with the concepts of the 3-dimensional geometry. So, so far as geographical information systems are concerned, graphic aided designing systems are concerned, machine learning and data sciences, augmented reality and virtual reality, computer vision, robotics, all these things are heavily requiring the understanding of the concepts of the 3-dimensional geometry and vectors. When you are going for motion planning or kinematics, when you are going for object recognition or camera models, when you are working for the dimensionality reduction and you are performing 3D modeling, therein you are requiring the understanding of 3-dimensional geometry application. So, what I want to say in short, that you need to have the mathematical maturity, you need to have the mathematical understanding, because mathematics actually forms the interface in between the real world and the computer world. Whatever thing, whatever application you want to generate in computer world, and you are supposed to map it with the mathematical world. So, I hope you are able to understand what is the relevance of this course, and I welcome you all again to this course. Thank you very much.